Hi Virgo, welcome to Yellow Cardinal Tarot with me. My name is Carol, and Virgo, we're going to be doing your mid-August 2024 reading. And in today's reading, we are going to be doing Carol's check-in. So we're going to be starting off by looking at a pattern that's coming up for healing right now, and it's something that you're aware of, and it's probably something that's very emotionally triggering for you. The universe gives us these patterns, lots of them, and we don't always look at them or want to look at them because sometimes our ego self can come in and spin them around and tell us, make up stories in our head as to why these patterns don't need to be looked at. But patterns are the universe's way of helping us see what is coming up in our shadow from our unconscious for healing. And so we are going to be doing some shadow work in the second part, and our shadow is, that repressed part of us that we don't want to look at, but yet, it sits there and it's just going to keep on showing up and presenting all these patterns, and oftentimes they're painful. And so if you're unfamiliar with the term shadow or shadow work, I'm going to leave you a video in my description box that I've done from my other channel called Carol Cares. And the video is called my powerful 4-step guide to shadow work. And it's a compilation of how I do my shadow work and how I've done it on my own intensive healing journey for the last 7.5 years for my own trauma. And I continue to be on this journey and probably will be until the rest of my life. We're always growing, right? So then, in the third part of this, I'm going to ask the tarot for some guidance as to how you can start to heal this, which is the most important thing here in this reading. Because, this healing journey is a process, and I'm not going to say that you're going to heal this, but I'm going to say that you have to do the work in order to begin to heal it, right? And I will also offer you a playlist usually, on something from Carol Cares again, and it's going to be like something in particular that's specific to what you need to work on here. I'll also link your August reading that I've done for you at the end. Now, to get started, I'm going to be using the Tarot Grand Luxe to pull out 3 cards for you. I'll clarify it with the Tarot of the Abyss. And one last big announcement for you, if you want. I'm offering personal readings on my channel. This is a young channel, so it's the first time I'm doing it, and because it's the first time, I am offering you a 10% discount until September 1st. And I have a link below in my description box, in my comments section, and also I've made a short 2-minute video for you that I've put in. You'll see it in my community page or on my channel. It's there. And it has the link for you to go to. I'll link it to a page with all my readings on it. You pay through PayPal. So you can have a look at that if you're interested. So let's begin the reading here with what pattern's showing up for Virgo for healing right now. So I want 1 card, please, from this deck. And, sometimes it gets a little bit stubborn, and it's going to give me 2 cards. So you have the Strength card and the Temperance card in reverse. So 2 beautiful major arcana cards that come out for you right now as where you're sitting with right now. And what aspect from your shadow is coming up for healing that is driving or impacting this pattern that's showing up for you right now. Now, this card wants to come out for sure. And this is the 2 of Wands. The 2 of Wands. And when it kind of puts itself the card put itself in a place where it's just like, I can't shuffle anymore. So it's like, okay, I'll take you. What advice does the tarot have for you to begin this pattern? To begin healing this pattern? The Knight of Wands. All right. Put these beautiful cards away. And we're going to take out the Tarot of the Abyss. I've pre-shuffled all these cards before I come on. Put them in a big pile and mishmash them, and that way it prevents me from it actually saves my cards so I don't bend them, because I can shuffle the other way, but I know I'm ruining my cards if I do that. Okay, Strength and the Temperance in reverse. Can you tell me maybe 2 cards, 3 cards here, more clarifiers for these 2 cards, please? Okay, we have the Page of Wands. The Lovers card in reverse came up in our last reading, and the 6 of Wands came up in my last reading. I just find that fascinating how cards come up, you know, even if you've shuffled them again. And 2 Wands. Clarifiers, please, on this one. Tell me more about this 2 of Wands. 2 more cards, 3 more cards. I think I have 2 there. And 1 more. Okay, so I have the Page of Pentacles. The Sun card in reverse. And the Magician card in reverse. He's making an appearance. He didn't come out often, and for a while he hasn't come out. It's the second time I've seen him today. The Knight of Wands, 2 to 3 cards, please. Nothing there. We'll try that again. Oh, okay. So the tarot spits out, I think, a few cards here for you. All right. So, how are we going to look at these? Oh, 4. Ace. All right. So I'll start off from the top. You have the Ace of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, the Justice card in reverse, and the Ace of Wands. So 2 aces in your bottom row. Awesome for you. Major Arcana here, Justice, Magician, the Sun. 2 Major Arcana cards. These are universal big forces you have in your reading. And I mean, you start off with 2 Major Arcana cards where you're sitting here with your pattern. So, you know, it's very strong energies coming from the universe coming out here. So that's good. Strength card is your pattern. And the Temperance right beside it to clarify these 2 cards. So the Strength card comes out, you know, it's a beautiful card. And I don't know why, but it's like there's this, I'm thinking of this expression right now where it comes out where people say, well, you know, the universe doesn't give you anything you can't handle. And I don't know, I don't really, this card is not saying that. And often I think the reason why I'm saying that is because I think often the tarot readers will sort of portray this as, you know, you have the strength to go inward, or you have the strength to do this, you can do this. But I mean, sometimes we are so blocked and things are so difficult that we just don't feel that we have the strength. And sometimes we do need support for sure. But this particular card, because it is a healing journey, for me, this card refers to the strength, the inner strength. This is the strength card for us, not necessarily to handle this, but the strength to go inwards. And this is what it's saying. Like, we often spend most of our life in our head and being driven and being controlled by our ego self. But this card is saying you have the strength to go inwards into your body, to get out of your head and to start to learn what it means and start to go into your body to feel what's sitting in your body, because in our body we hold all our emotions, all of our trauma, all of our memories. And the reason why we live in our head is so that we don't have to go inwards and feel all of that, right? And we spin. Our ego keeps us spinning in our head. And it's not really who we are. And this is what this channel is about, discovering who you are. And then the Temperance card comes behind it, and it's in reverse. And Temperance speaks about the middle ground. Temperance speaks about this whole thing about this is a journey. This is not something that's going to come quickly for us. This is a process. This is a real process, and so we take things a little bit at a time. And I think and it's in reverse here because I'm wondering if you're kind of sometimes if we're in a position where, and I've been here many times where you think I've been on this journey for so damn long, this healing journey, and where am I getting? Where am I getting with this? I'm getting nowhere. I can't tell you how many times I've said that to my own therapist. I am getting nowhere right now. I feel like I am. And I think the Temperance card in my readings come out to say, this is a journey. This is a process. Okay? So this whole thing about healing and going inwards, it's a process. And so maybe you're sitting in a place where you're frustrated here. And what's going on here is you have a little page of wands that comes up, and the pages in my deck are our inner children. It's an inner child of yours that knows deep down what direction you're meant to go into. And so, sometimes when we're sitting here in a spot where maybe you feel stuck, I've been there, where you just feel stuck, like I'm going nowhere. I'm kind of in a limbo state right now, right? And yet there's this part that needs healing, and it wants to talk to us. It wants to be heard. It wants to be given a voice because it's the wand, and wand is the direction, our purposeful direction, somewhere we want to take our life in, something creative for ourselves. It could be anything in your life where you just want to change directions here. But there's a part of you that knows, an inner child of yours that knows what direction you need to go in here, especially if you're feeling stuck. And then the Lover's card comes in, and the Lover's card is a card I speak of. It's in an upright position. It's a major arcane, a major force here, big energy of this two parts of us right here. These two trees, they have become one. They're inseparable. You can't separate them. Their roots are like they're sharing the same roots almost. And these are the two parts of us. This is the masculine side of us and the feminine side of us, right? People like to read this card like there's a lover coming towards you. Well, no, it's this really intimate relationship we have with ourselves. And once we get in touch with that and learn and understand what the masculine side of us is, which is our ego self, and the feminine side, our emotions, our intuition, our inner guidance, once we get in touch with those two parts and we join those two parts, we become whole. And that's the journey of the Fool. But it's in reverse for you right now. And so there's like a loss of connection here to self. There's a loss of connection here that you have right now to yourself. And I think that's why you're sitting here with being stuck or feeling like you're not going anywhere. And the Six of Wands comes in here. And the sixes in my deck have a duality to them. And this particular card is a card of victory. It's called the card of victory, the Six of Wands. And this individual, prima donna, she's just done this beautiful dance. And she has all the applause, the accolades from the people there. It looks like she's done it is a victory card for her. Wonderful victory. But it's a duality card, so there's an opposite of what's on the other side of this winning, this victory. Well, it's losing. It's grief. It's loss. It's what you've lost. And so there is because you have an inner child here, this Page of Wands, that wants to speak to you. You have an inner child that needs healing, that's coming up for you. because you have some grief here. And there's a real call here for you to go inwards and to feel this grief. And it's coming up for you again. And you've seen this before. And so you could be sitting in a real place of sadness, and that's where your stuckness comes in, and just melancholy. Maybe you're dealing with some hopelessness because there's some grief here that this inner child wants to share with you. And it's going to keep coming up again until you sit with it and you go inwards and you feel this grief and you grieve. Now, where's the grief coming from? Why is this inner child calling you? Why does this inner child want your attention? Why does it need to be healed? What's going on here? And so we're going to look inside your shadow and see what's sitting here. And you start off with the Two of Wands. Well, I just finished telling you about this new direction. It sounds like you want to take your life in, sort of, because you have a Page of Wands here and you're feeling stuck. And so it's about, what direction do you go in? Well, in your shadow, the card here is this Two of Wands. Two of Wands speaks about, again, Wand card, taking your life in a direction, purposeful direction. And it's a nudge. There's a nudge. And that's what's in your universe. That's what's in your shadow right here. You have a nudge. You have a direction. There's something in your shadow that you need to get to, because that's where the new direction is going to come in. Once you start doing some of this healing, it's going to be revealed to you. And here's another inner child that's sitting here that needs healing. And this time it's the Page of Pentacles. It's the page that holds your self-worth. It's the page that holds your self-worth. And so there's some real healing here that needs to be done in regards to your self-worth and your unworthiness. And that's where the grieving is going to come in. You have to sit with that feeling of unworthiness, because that's what your inner children are feeling. And the Sun card comes out. And the Sun is a beautiful card, and the Magician, two beautiful major arcana cards sitting here right behind this page that holds your unworthiness, the feeling of unworthiness. The Sun card. The Sun card is a card, it's in reverse for you, but in an upright position. This is an absolutely beautiful card. And it speaks about pure joy. And I want you to think of a child. I often go walking on the beach along the ocean. And I like to look at the children and watch them play in the sand and just spread their bodies all over in this mucky dirt if their parents will allow it. And they're just pure joy. And it's in reverse here. And so that joy that your child was supposed to feel is blocked. There's some real joy here in your life that's sitting in your shadow for you. But in order to heal, you have to grieve what was lost by your inner child. The joy that they lost because they weren't allowed to live their childhood out. They didn't experience that real pure joy. And the next card that comes out is the Magician card, and that's in reverse. The Magician card is a major arcana, number 1 in the deck. And it's a beautiful card of, being able to kind of manifest. It's the master manifester, and he can manifest anything from his heart. He can, if there's something he, truly, truly wants and needs, and we're grounded into the earth, we can manifest something into our life. But if we are not grounded, yes, we can manifest something in our life, but it won't be what is truly meant for us. But you have the Magician here, and he's blocked. And it's like you have this joy that you can get to, where once you heal these parts, you'll get to the joy that you're wanting right here, because I can see there's not a lot of joy here if you're stuck. And you'll be able to manifest what it is that you want to do next and take your life into the direction that you want to go in. When I started my tarot channel, and I often use that as an example, you know, it was something that came up over and over and over again over a period of a year, where it kind of came into my life and came into my life, and it was nudging and nudging at me. And I think when I was younger, well, it was a memory of mine. It was something I wanted to do, but it was repressed. And, you know, I got the memory where I wasn't allowed to read tarot. And so there's something here that I can feel, like the sense that there's a new direction here of something that you wanted to do when you were younger. You have the Page of Pentacles, but you were told that maybe this wasn't meant for you. You don't deserve this. There was something here that you felt very unworthy, that it brought you joy. And it you know, it was something that you wanted to do, and you were going to make it happen with this Magician card here, but it was shut down. And so when we're shut down when we're younger, something that was going to bring us pure joy, when we are shut down, I'm blanking out here. I had it. It was a good thought, and I just went. Yeah, when we are shut down, we just kind of we repress it, and this is what is pushed down, and it's held in our shadow, and it often will make us feel like we don't matter. That's what I was going to say. And will make us feel unworthy, because we can't do this, whatever it is. But it's sitting in your shadow here, but you will get to it when you start to heal these younger children of yours that feel unworthy, that knew what you were supposed to do, knew what direction you were supposed to take. So what's the guidance from the tarot here? How can you begin to heal these inner children? Well, the Knight of Wands comes out here. And the Knights in my deck are freedom fighters. They are the adolescent part of us. Maybe you were an adolescent when this happened, but the Knights are that part of us that want freedom to be authentic. They want freedom through being authentic, being their real self, their authentic self. And this is the wand. And so the universe wants you to take on that part of you that wants that freedom to be you and move towards your authentic self. And there's an offer from the universe here. It's the sword. And it's in reverse here because, you know, it's an offer. It hasn't been accepted. It's a gift from the universe, actually. And the sword is our authenticity. It's who we are. It's an offer to cut through all that bullshit of this, what has been handed to us and what's sitting in our shadow that's repressed, and to cut through it and to find out who we really are, and to take our life into that direction, because that's how we're going to get freedom in our life, is moving towards our authenticity. And then you have another knight, a Knight of Pentacles this time. You have the Knight of Wands, and now you have two knights. So there's a big drive here that the universe wants you to take on, that freedom, that part of you that wants your authenticity, that wants the freedom to feel worthy, to move towards this. And here's the Justice, ends with the major arcana card here and another ace. So this Justice card is, look at that eye here. I mean, it's like it's just the force of that eye. It's like it's on a mission. It's on a mission to cut through, like I said, that bullshit, and just to work through towards who you are, and to bring authenticity to all of this, to bring a balance to it, to get justice, right? And that's the, almost like the attitude that you have to take on, is just like, you know, I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this to find out who I am, not what people told me who I am and what I have to do and can't do. And here's the final offer from the universe that's in an upright position. And, once you start to cut through that bullshit, and once you start to heal these younger children, you're going to be on your way. Here's the gift from the universe here. It's like a promise. It's like you're going to be on your way to moving into a new direction, to get yourself out of this limbo state, this stuckness maybe that you're feeling in right now, and to take your life in a different direction, because that's where the universe wants to take you. Beautiful reading for you here. And I think what I'm going to do is there's some healing that needs to be done here of some unworthiness. You did get the not the Lover's card, the Page here, the grief. Oh, the Six of Wands, the grieving here. Okay, I'm going to leave you with a playlist on grieving and your August reading. And so have compassion for yourself, Virgo, for what you're working through. I know this is a difficult journey, but it's the most important journey of your life. And so I will see you. I want you to stay safe, first of all. And I will see you in September. Bye.